Wondering what took so long, if you were trying to gain your composure or...
Stubborn. I was like, the Chromebooks? What? What do you mean? I was freaking out down there. Hello.
Okay, so we are here to honor Miss Zitvogel.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to, first of all, get a good picture of you with the tape. And then we have some people that are going to say some nice things about you. And then we're going to tape. We've got some napkins here. All right, so you're like, okay, if you said that you would come say something about Miss Z, why don't you come on down? All of you are going to come at once. And we have a microphone. You should have had a stool from the chair.
There was no email, and I didn't prepare anything. I don't care. It's in my brain.
Or maybe she, I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to start right here, and make sure that you can see Miss Z when you're talking to or about her. Okay, so Ken, you're going to start us off. In the mic.
I didn't really want to go first because I didn't have anything prepared, but I'll keep it kind of short. When I came to GMS, I had no idea what anyone was like here, and I think the first thing I ever mentioned to you is you had a Boston Terrier calendar, and I said, I have a Boston Terrier. That's awesome. And if you know my class, which you were my homeroom teacher, they're really weird, and I was kind of freaked out. And you were the first person that made me feel welcome at GMS, and I just wanted to thank you for kind of ushering in where I'm at now. And I was not the best in English, but now I've done drama, and my grades are really good in English, and I think I can just attribute that to you. And I just want to say thank you for being a teacher here.
Can we use that chair? Yeah. Thank you. So excited. You guys really got me. I was like, hot. I was mad about Sarah lying about Chromebooks being destroyed and all that.
Okay, so Miss Zitvogel is someone that I would say definitely fits the definition of sugar and spice and all things nice. She's very fun and full of energy, and she's easy to talk to, and someone that people love to be around. She loves her students, and she's very encouraging and kind, and I always just loved having her as a teacher because even when I was stressed out with my terrible overthinking and procrastinating habits, she was always very patient and kind. And Miss Zitvogel is also very fun and exciting, and that is why we all love to be around her. She has tons of interesting stories that she always tells us about,
You guys don't know anything about that.
about her childhood and whatever other interesting things happened recently. I remember one time, I don't know if anybody else in our class remembers this. Mrs. Zitvogel came to school and she told us that she saw a sloth crossing the road. And we were all like, hey, it's Miss Zitvogel. She might have seen a sloth crossing the road. So I can never say that English is one of my favorite subjects. I kind of hate English, but I always loved your class. No, like, I loved reading in your class too, actually. A lot of my favorite books that I've ever read were in your class. And you really, like, unlocked my
love for reading, and I just really appreciate I just really appreciate how kind and patient you always were with us, even when we definitely had a very dramatic class with a lot of problems in it. But I always remember your class, except for the actual temperature. Your class was very warm and inviting, and your class is always freezing cold. But you were always super sweet, and like if anything ever happened and we had any problems, you were always like super like easygoing and easy to talk to. And being your teacher's aide this year has really just been awesome because you're so much fun to help, and you're always like super chatty and super happy, even if you've been having a rough day. And I just really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to tell a story that happened, hopefully the 7th grade class remembers this from last year. So, like, I had asked one of the high schoolers who, one of the graduates, something about Mrs. Zitvogel that I wanted to know. And she was like, well, she gets distracted very easily. And so she's like, if you just get her like on one rabbit trail, then she'll like go on and on and on, whatever. And so I decided to give that a try. And so one day I ran an experiment, she said, and I got her off track. Well, let's just say the 7th grade class, or it was the 6th grade class last year, only had to do about 15 minutes of work. And then literally like the whole entire class, I forget what we were even talking about. Like, we were just like talking about like, I don't know, like TikTok monkeys and stuff like that. Yeah. So, no, not really. So, yeah, that's something I'm going to miss about Mrs. Zitvogel, because now we're going to have to relearn a new teacher that we've never had before. And so, it's, yeah. Yeah.
Whenever I think of Miss Zitvogel, I can just always smile thinking of all of our experiments, and such as leprechaun jumping, spray painting, and how to successfully sleep. And all how to successfully sleep. And all your stories, like petting bees, marching around the house with a blanket cape and chanting Star Wars theme song, and Waylon's many antics. I've always looked up to you for being so optimistic, unique, and fun. I just remember sitting in 5th grade ELA, just thinking I want to be like you when I grow up. I'm going to miss you so much.
Missy, you have been such a big influence on my life, not only from supporting my unhealthy love of reading, but also teaching me just the basics of good writing. If you guys know Miss Zitvogel, you know she's always writing with a funny story, and she is always up for chatting with you an hour after school. Your classroom has always been my personal favorite, not only because of fairy lights and the pink and all the girly stuff, but your giant bookshelf. It was my favorite thing. One of my favorite memories I have with you was when me, you, and Cole, we got over the summer and we set up the library system. I know you're very excited about that, and we organized everything by genre, and I really enjoyed doing it with you. And I'm really sad we don't get to go through with our 12-year Wellesley plan for being your teacher's aide. We have that all figured out. But you've impacted a lot of the lives in this gym, and we're all going to miss you a lot. Mr. Vogel, if I had to describe you in one word, it would be fun. Just extremely fun. Fun as in doing puzzles to playing bananagrams, Sally Smith, Freddie Fall, Wheelie Cart, Wacky Wednesday, stories of Waylon, calling us professional writers of trading when we put our first and last name, and Wonder Woman, of course. She's told me more stories than most people in my life have, and I've only known her for 2 years. It makes me sad to hear Mr. Google's retirement, but that retirement is well deserved. Thanks for all you do, Missy. You've made a huge impact on our school. We'll miss you.
The memories I've had of Mrs. Zitvogel was from the moment I met Mrs. Zitvogel, we clicked. We are both talkative people, and I enjoy our little conversations. And I loved our little chats. That's what I would miss the most about her. I will miss her cheerful spirit, and every time I saw her in the hallway, she would always take the time and say hello. And I remember one time walking in, and she said, "I had a dream about you." And the next night I went home and had a dream about her. And I'll miss you, all of you.
So this is my first year here, and so when I went to Miss Zitvogel's class for the first time, I immediately felt like fit in and comfortable to the school. Like last year at my old school, I dreaded going to English. And then this year at this school, I very much enjoy going to English and seeing Miss Zitvogel. And it made me sad that she was retiring, but we will miss you very much. And
Yeah, Miss Zitvogel, but like she's always like so funny and she's very unique and she makes me laugh. And a lot of times we always get off track in class, but only with Miss Zitvogel. And I'm so thankful all the hard work she's put into this class. We're gonna miss you. I was starting to miss Miss Zitvogel every time I saw you put a smile on my face. And we always did really fun things in our class. Thank you for being awesome. I just want to say thank you for just being like the best, and like every time you like walk into the room, I just feel like you just bring like a warm presence into the room. It's like not like anyone else, and I love when you get off track because we can just talk forever. And I'm really gonna miss you, and I wish that we could have had you more this year. But I just hope that you just have like a good time. And I just want to say that you were like just awesome. Like whenever you taught, you would just be like so funny, and you would just be like so realistic. And I just love that about you.
So I know that you didn't teach my class that much, but when you did, you put up with me, Levi, Colin, Taylor, like a lot. And unlike other teachers, you didn't tell us to stop that much. You would then join into the conversations. And like last year and the year before that, I absolutely hated English. And I was so worried to come into middle school with English. I was worried that it would be super hard. But this year I loved it because we would get off track and we would have all those stories, all those great stories. I'm going to miss you next year.
Alright, so I didn't write too much here, but I will say class was never boring with like everything we talked about. It was just something was always going on, and all the assignments were really fun and creative. And like, I don't know, it just didn't feel like other classes. Like it felt, I don't know, familiar in English for some reason. I don't know, but like. I always hated English, like I didn't like to write, but I don't know, like this year it was really fun. We were, like, I don't know, it was just really fun.
Thank you so
much. Mrs. Zitvogel and I have had many adventures together here at GMS. Whether she had been putting together her bookshelf with her little paint drill, or reprinting labels like 5 times because we can't get the paper to be on the correct side, and many more crazy activities like that. She is such an amazing teacher and very fun and exciting person. It is amusing to listen to all her crazy stories that she has. She always makes sure that each student knows that they are loved. For me personally, she usually manages to put a smile on my face no matter what kind of day I'm having. Mrs. Zitvogel, I want you to know that you are loved so much and that you will be missed here a lot at the school in the coming years. My prayers go out to you and your family during this next chapter of your life. Finally, to honor Mrs. Zitvogel and all she has done here at the school, including heading up the yearbook for a few years, we would love to dedicate this year's yearbook to her before she leaves next year. I'm just going to read quickly what we wrote for her in the yearbook. Mrs. Zitvogel is the middle school English teacher and the 7th grade homeroom teacher, but she does so much more for the school than just teach. She headed up the yearbook class for 2 years, and she is fun to be around and always has fantastic stories to tell. She is always dressing up for the school spirit weeks and participating in many activities. Mrs. Z loves the students very much and shows Christ to each and every one of them. She brings joy to those around her and cares for them deeply. Thank you, Mrs. Z, for all you do.
Okay, so, Miss V, we're going to give you a big old piece of cake. Is that okay? Okay. We're going to give you, and it just so worked out, I think, is it the piece that says Z? It's perfect. It has a big old Z on it, just for you. Tanya, you guys that are here, thank you for sharing. That was so sweet. What will you sit down for us? And we're going to give you your Z. And I'm going to pray real quick, and then if you guys just want to come down and grab a piece of cake, and we only have a few minutes, say something nice to Miss Z as she sits on her throne.
You're so cool!
Jesus, I thank you so much for Miss Zitvogel and for who she is as a person, for how you have had her just here at GMS for many, many years, the many lives that she has impacted. God, I just pray that you would bless her for that. I pray that over the next couple of days and weeks as she winds down her time here, that everyone would take the opportunity to just tell her a story or how much she's loved or how she's impacted their lives. And God, I just thank you for all of the gifts and the talents that you have given her, that she has poured out onto everybody around her. And I just pray your continued blessing over her life and her family, and just pray that you continue to go with her and that she would spread cheer and your love wherever she goes. In Jesus' name, amen.